I thought I would time it perfectly. 6 minutes past 10. Man, I've got some energy. Do you know why? Because not only did I just have a freaking delicious dinner, I was also made a even greater of delish quantity. That's how we measure it in delicious. That's the unit of measurement, the SI unit. Chocolate banana pudding with Greek yogurt on top and more chocolate as well. It was deliciously delicious, and I have been given quite a lot of energy from that. And also, while I was listening to music and working on my map, I have some phlegm, hold on. While I was listening to music and working on my map for my book world, my fantasy world, I was just chilling, as you do. And every now and then, I would just check my Discord, and sometimes I see, because I'm on Spotify, and I don't, like, the one thing I don't hide on Discord is when I'm listening to Spotify. I don't like to tell people when I'm playing games or when I'm doing things. I like my privacy. But with Spotify, I'm fine with. So I tell people when I do Spotify. And, I find little birdie is listening to me. And he might be here today. But you can piggyback off of your friends. If you also have Spotify, you can see that someone's listening to Spotify, and you can listen along with them. And I don't know if this person wants to identify themselves. It's fine. I don't have to. But I saw them there, like, listening with me. And I decided I would like, switch up some of the songs. And it turned out to be a mutual jam session that we had just before stream. So I'm feeling great. It's our last Saturday stream of 2024. My God. Welcome, everyone. So glad you could make it. No matter how you're engaging with this content, know that you are welcome here no matter what, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching the VOD, whether you're active or lurking in chat, doesn't really matter. Just happy that you're here. Make sure to interact with the video in ways that you think is fine, if you would like us to gain more traction or not. If you prefer us to remain a tiny little corner on the internet, you may do that as well. It is up to you. We live in a democracy, after all. And also, please tell me that you have some water next to you and that you are staying hydrated. And also, please tell me that you are... also, please tell me that you are being kind to yourself, because that's important. And also, give me your mental health out of 10 and your physical health out of 10 as well. I would really appreciate that. And Arachizi has gone with Spire. Okay. Spire, the city must fall. Spire, the city must fall. Right. I have one slot left for a tabletop role-playing game system that you, dear viewer, may offer to me to create a character within. I have 3 currently, and I'm looking for one more. I have one from Ash, I have one from myself, I have one from Arachizi. So anyone who's not those people can suggest to me one of the tabletop role-playing systems that you would like to see on stream. Yes, Arachizi, you have been perceived. So, please let me know if there's a tabletop system within the next couple of minutes that you would like to see. And if you don't, I'll just start a poll with the 3 that I have, and if you have anything else, you can feel free. Once the poll is up, you can vote for it whenever you like, and the one that gets the most votes, once we're finished with a little bit of Reddit advice and giving some general tabletop stuff, will be the system that we then deal with. Please make sure that the PDF is attainable without me having to spend money on it. That would be wonderful. So I'm assuming that the ones that I've been given are attainable without me having to spend money on them. And if they are, I will simply move to the next one. So, yeah, if you have other systems that you would like for me to showcase, if you are curious about a system that you haven't heard about, you've heard a lot about but you haven't tried before, this is the place to showcase that system and to kind of figure it out with me as I read through it for maybe the first time. So, do let me know. Thank you, Arachizi, for gifting me with a PDF. Excellent. Very accessible. Right. Welcome to another World of Tabletop RPGs. We're going to be doing a lot more of these in the new year as we shift to more of a TTRPG flavored channel, complete with a full campaign. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait. Does depend on how much world building I do from now until then, but we will see. I should have a functional world from now until that time where we can actually like play in. It'll be full with species and all sorts of cool stuff, so it'll be great. It'll be great fun. Yeah, that'll be... So that's the plan. I also plan on using the Daggerheart system, but that's, you know, much ado about nothing. For now, at least, I think it might be time to start immediately. In the absence of people telling me how they are and how their day's gone, guys, I feel alone. No matter how you are doing and how your day has gone and where you come from, just know that I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you for making me a part of your day. Thanks for spending some time together. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, great, great fun. So, here we go. I'm starting with what I hope are going to be some pretty juicy Reddit stories. So let's see. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that this thing goes away. Yeah, perfect. And then we're gonna go. Right, I have not heard any TTRPGs. Yes, the focused GM. I know, we're no longer gonna be the everything GM. It's gonna be crazy. Raz, hi. I'm at 5 out of 10. Stress is reaching about 8 out of 10. My hatred for Gantt charts is approximately 11 out of 10. What are Gantt charts? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Is it maybe something more like Gantt charts, as the Dutch or Afrikaans would pronounce it? If not, I'm going to call it Gantt. But also, I'm sorry, and I join you in hugging. And I'm sorry that you have rage for these poor charts. What did the charts do to you, Raz? What have they done? How have they hurt you? Please demonstrate on the chart. Alright, I'm going to start the poll. So, whenever you guys are ready, this is the create a character poll. You get to choose 3 systems. Cyberpunk 2077, Elder Scrolls RPG, or Spire the City Must Fall. You get 3 options. And Cyberpunk is Cyberpunk. Elder Scrolls is Skyrim, Oblivion, fantasy, like high fantasy, medieval stuff. And Spire is a slight modern fantasy, like, I'm assuming... Wait, hang on, let me read up what Arachizi said. Spire is in the same world with, like, horror-ish dungeon delving. Yeah. So dungeon delving, but social focused. And that's it. Yeah, so we have a little bit of both. A little bit of everything. I don't know about the pronunciation. It's a chart used to track, for example, the schedule of a project. Oh. And it fills you with rage. I get it. I get that. So, let's have a look at some horror stories, shall we? DM takes away my character's powers because he didn't like how an encounter ended. Ew. Okay, so by the way, remember, as we look through these, just remember 95% of these issues could be fixed with communication. Just know that. I'm going to say it right out the bat, just so that you're not surprised when I say it 5 more times when we actually do a problem. Have you ever witnessed an actual horror story play out? Oh. Yes. Arachizi knows about this. I was talking to her. I ran a campaign once. I was involved in a campaign once, more specifically, where... Actually, I've been involved in 2 campaigns where things kind of fell apart. They didn't fall apart in a horror story aspect. One of them did, but it didn't fall apart. It was more like I watched a kind of horror story. Basically, 2 other people at the table had a bad, like, feelings, like emotions and romantic feelings based falling out, and it was just... It was very hard for them to continue, and obviously very hard for all of us to watch as well. That was not fun. It's all in the past now. It was many, many years ago, but and we all learned quite a lot from it, but it was not fun while it was happening. So I've had one of those moments. Don't know about you guys. Spire is about revolutionaries struggling against oppressive city government. Has some very fun character options. That sounds great. Well, we only have 2 votes, so we'll wait for more. I need to make one for a school project where we make a whole-ass business plan for a semi-realistic project. Shit! That sounds like a lot. I'm sorry, Raz, and good luck. How do I kick a problem player with ties to other party members IRL out of my game? Oh, it's tricky. It's only tricky in the Fallout, but the action itself is not tricky. The action itself relies on open, respectful communication. And that's it. And if the... Listen. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not even going to read this. Based on simply this, I'm going to give you an answer. How do I remove a player? How do I remove a player without affecting the ties of the other party members? You can't control that. Stick with what you can control. So I'm immediately just going to say, if you need to kick someone, and if you need to kick someone out of the group, you need to, you tell them that this is not working out, you'd be better suited at another table, and you tell them why. You try and make sure there are no hard feelings if that's what you want, but you don't get to decide how they feel about it. If they feel bad, they tell all their friends you're a bad DM, and then the other friends choose to go along. That's a whole lot of choices that you can't make. You have no control over that. It sucks. But if that happens, it happens. And if the other friends are the people who are going to choose that person over you when they are a problem player, that's not your problem. You go find a new group. It's fine. No D&D is better than bad D&D. Golden rule. Golden rule. And remember, this is a University of Applied Sciences level final project, so it's no small task. No, dude, I can imagine. That sounds insane. I wish you luck, and I hope that your neurons fire correctly. Okay, player made me really uncomfortable. Player recites fanfiction for 37 minutes at the table. My goodness. Player won't listen to what anyone has to say. Oh boy. DM changed my character completely on session 0. Jesus. Good aligned party members almost kills Warlock PC because of his icy religion. Nope. And fudges rolls. Okay, immediately. Oh god. Okay. I left this group. Did I overreact? There's some really interesting stuff. I am the bad player. Oh boy. Okay, there are a couple here. Let's have a look at these. Player can't stick to a single character, ruins other PC's story arcs. Ooh. Danganronpa RP needs a main character. Incel DM makes offensive NPCs out of spite. Jesus. Coerced into a relationship with the DM. No! Oh, a forever GM's reward. This sounds very funny, actually. DM initiates Order 66 to take my player agency. Jesus. A murder tale. DM gets mad at me. Ex-boyfriend tried to launch a telekinetic missile at my friend. Screenshots included. Player wanted a girlfriend. Okay. Okay, this one is just sad. Honestly, my first D&D game and likely my last. When people have bad experiences with TTRPGs and they just... and it's their first experience and it's such a bad one, and then they go they leave thinking, well, I'm never going to do this again. That sucks. That really, really sucks. I hate that. I think the first thing that I tell people when they have a bad D&D experience, the first thing I try and tell them is that that's not how it should be. It's not all the experiences. You can find good ones. That's not what they're all going to be. Oh, it's so important to remind people of that because it can really turn them off, especially if it's a really bad one. A very peculiar player. I left my group over repeat Mary Sue player. Died due to a former DM. Can a DM metagame? Ooh, interesting. Then there's also DM Academy, which is interesting. Consequences. My warlock put the MacGuffin in his genie's vessel. How to DM a siege. As simply as possible. This is actually really interesting. The way I DM large combat is I keep mechanics out of the players' heads. I make them up. They don't have to deal with them. They will only deal mechanically with stuff that they have direct control of. And the rest of it is a force of nature that I control. That's what battles should be to me. Especially in Star Wars, because it gets ridiculous. Like capital ship battles with like hundreds of ships. Not possible. Best and or cheapest modular dungeon tiles. What parts of Curse of Strahd would you change? Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this seems fun. Let's do this one. Good aligned party member. Oh wait. Jesus. Okay, no, I'm not reading essays. We're gonna go up to 37 minutes fanfiction. Yeah. Let's go for this one. Yeah, this is a good length. Okay, here we go. So this is... I'm always so anxious when GMing or playing with new people that they're gonna have this type of bad experience and it will ruin it for them. You being concerned about that is already a good sign. Don't worry. Whether or not you provide a bad experience for people is something that you will never 100% be able to predict. Particularly because it's not always fully up to you. Sometimes players will have bad experiences because of things that they do. And they will bring it on themselves. And sometimes it will be something that you've done. But honestly, as long as we remain self-aware and aware of patterns of human behavior as a baseline, I think most of the time you're okay. Keep communication with people, stay honest, stay kind, be accommodating, remember to stand up for yourself if need be. And I think that's just the kind of the main checklist, really, is just keeping that line of communication open always and being receptive there, you know? And for me, I've had you as a GM once in a one-shot, and it was fantastic. And I would so happily do it again. I was such a fan of your style. I really enjoyed how smoothly everything went, despite the fact that it was a new-ish system for you, and you weren't really fully comfortable with it as a GM yet. It was still 100% amazing, and I loved it. Really, really enjoyed it. So you can, at least from me, you can have that perspective. And I've played lots of tabletop. I'm not sure if it's a good sign, because I also might get overly anxious and make it worse than if I wasn't. I'm not speaking in extremes, right? I don't speak in extremes. Just because I say that you should be self-aware does not mean that I should be so self-aware that you start panicking, because that will cause problems as well. Don't try so hard. Sometimes, the balance is found in the following statement. Sometimes in focusing all of your attention on not preventing an outcome, on preventing an outcome, you instead bring about that outcome because you're so focused on the outcome itself. Let your actions speak outside of the worry that you're going to ruin things. When you take an action, your motivation behind that action matters. So if you're a GM running a game and you think, you know what? No, let me do big face because it's important. You are a GM, you're running a game, and you're feeling a little bit anxious because you've seen so many horror stories online and you're thinking, how am I gonna like resolve these issues if they come up? Am I gonna ruin someone's first experience? Are they not gonna come back? Your motivation for your actions matters. I'll explain. If you do something, if you like open a line of communication with a player, if you're receiving feedback from a player, if something goes wrong and you try to resolve it, the motivation in the back of your mind, if that is always, I don't want to screw this up, I don't want to screw this up, I don't want to screw this up, that's negative motivation, negative reinforcement for your actions, which is not going to solve things. Positive reinforcement solves things. Having a motivation in your mind that is not, I don't want to screw this up, but is in fact, I'm doing this to bridge a gap in communication and facilitate healthy experiences with players. Thinking like that and having that reframing will really help you. Those actions, I think that there is a difference between there is a difference between being fully ignorant and going, oh, I don't care. It'll be fine. Don't worry. You've got to be aware of it because it is a real possibility. Just if the players do it or if you do it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Sometimes these things happen, right? Shit happens. But for you, it's got to be somewhere between, I don't care. I'm like, it's never going to be my fault, so it's going to be fine. There's no problems. And I'm so worried that I'm going to constantly focus on it and then panic myself into the problems anyway. And then the problem that they will have is that I was too panicky, and then they won't want to come back. The balance lies in how you motivate the actions you take. So if the motivation is, oh no, I'm doing this because I don't want to fuck it up, that's an anxiety-based reaction. Try to get yourself, and I'm not directly talking to you now, Arachizi. I'm just talking to everyone who is a GM who has this fear, because I know we all do on some level. The balance lies in reframing your internal motivation as, why am I doing this? I'm not doing this to prevent a screw-up. I'm doing this to maintain harmony, to maintain peace and justice in the galaxy. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. I did waffle a little bit, but I wanted to make my point very clear. I've had a DM monologue bad lore for 30 minutes at a group of totally new players via a boring NPC. Oh, yo. Okay, well, let's talk about this story, and then we'll see. I'm late, but I'm here. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Yeah, exactly. I don't deal in absolutes, Thomas, you see. Also, I see that... Ooh, I see Cyberpunk 77 is getting some votes. Ooh. Sorry, Arachizi. We might do Cyberpunk. If I can find it. If I can't find it, we're going to flip a coin. Okay, here we go. Player recites fanfiction for 37 minutes at the table. I'm really hoping that this is an exaggeration. Because if it's not, oh boy. So, we have a theoretically weekly game. So accurate of 5e in the Mythic Odysseys of Theros setting that's been going on for a couple of years now. I've always been so interested in that setting. Yo! Get to play like lion folk and stuff. One of my fellow players' Parton goddess was Clothis, goddess of destiny, fate, etc. This player, who was normally an incredible role player, sometimes took things too far and indulged in more than a little bit of main character syndrome. I know the feel. I've been there. I've been that player. I like to think I'm not that player anymore, but I've been that player. I'll talk about it later. Which normally we let slide as a side effect of his enthusiasm for roleplay, or because he got pouty and stopped participating if his feelings ever got hurt. But in one session, it finally hit the point we couldn't ignore it. He began describing how his character had visions of each of our fate's destinies gifted to his character by Clothis. Cool. For the first 5 or so minutes, we were interested enough to see where this was going, but after 10 minutes, oh boy, 10 real minutes, it was clear this wasn't going anywhere. Oh no! As the title suggests, he then went on for, I kid you not, a 37-minute in-character pontification about what he figured our characters' epilogues should be. It was very easy to keep track of that time because I was already checking my watch after we'd started a full 2 hours late that week, half the length of a normal session, by the way. Okay. This was also done with no consultation or discussion with the rest of us about our characters, given how off the mark, not to mention mundane and boring, his guesses were. When I spoke to our DM about it after, he said that he was also caught off guard, huge red flag, and couldn't find a good time to cut him off without the player taking it personally. Wow! Not bringing something like this to the GM beforehand, ginormous red flag. So yeah, he was just as much of a hostage as we all were. That's what you get for being polite to that guy, kids. No, not polite. It's not polite. It's capitulating. That's what you get for capitulating. You don't capitulate. Also, this was also in the middle of another player's arc, with our fanfic guy picking the moments right before a long built-up boss fight to pull this stunt. So that also got pushed back a whole week. More than one, actually, as we had a couple of hiatus weeks around then for basically no reason. All the while, we just stood at the base of the mountain waiting to make the hike to the Dragon's Lair, listening to him talk about functionally nothing for half an hour. Though honestly, I'd be making this post even if it was a normal session. That aside, I don't think I've ever seen anyone, even a DM, go on for 37 uninterrupted minutes. Nope, neither have I. Never. Not even once. I love to go on. I've never done that. Think about how long that is. Nearly a full episode of your favorite show, or two depending, wherein you are at the table and unable to play lest a fellow player become mopey and ruin the session. In hindsight, we should have just risked it, lol. No, true. Much less for something so meaningless and forgettable as, hey, here are my shower thoughts / not so subtle expectations for what your character should do when they retire. Be so impressed, please. To top it all off, a couple weeks later, he brought it up to sort of but not really apologize after our DM spoke to him privately, though he was mostly just stressing how much he didn't want us to forget what he'd written for our epilogues. Gun to my head, I couldn't have told you what he said an hour after he first said it. Oh, God. Oh, that's so funny. Honestly, we might have been low-key flattered that he thinks of our characters that much if, one, he had included anyone else in the creative process, and two, he hadn't hijacked a session to do it. I mean, that's really the conclusion that I want to come to, but let's finish first. This player was recently permanently kicked from the table for reasons unrelated to the story or this subreddit, but this has been bothering me for a while, so it's good to finally be able to get this off my chest. It's wild that this was not, like, the last straw, you know? If this was not like, okay, dude, you need to can it, you need to rein it in, or they're going to be like, we're going to draw boundaries, you know? Jesus. Oh. Okay, so, before I catch up on chat, but feel free to communicate your thoughts while I do this. I have been there. I have been an overzealous player before. I hope that it's not just me. I hope I'm not alone in this. But sometimes, and this is not who I am as a tabletop player. This is just who I am as a person. When something excites me, I have had to really learn to, for lack of a better word, rein it in, right? Like, just kind of temper my excitement a little bit. My friends, bless them, some of them have been really brave and often come up to me years past and helped me with this and been like, just listen, take a breath, we'll come back to it. And usually when that happens, I'm like, you're right. I back off immediately because I realize I'm being really excitable. And this is what happens. I get to be kind of like, I have like puppy energy sometimes when I'm really excited for something. I tend to really communicate about it and talk a lot about it. And that means that sometimes I steamroll over other people who would like to speak. And I will also say that I'm quite a verbal learner. I like to ask a lot of questions. I like to verbalize through my thought processes out loud, which could also steamroll over other people if they want to try and talk and they feel like they're being overpowered a little bit. So I understand this quality in myself, and I work on it. I am working on it. I'm much better now than I was before. So I've had this issue where I would yap on a little bit. Having said that, I don't know if I have the voice, nor the energy, nor the inclination, no matter how excited I was, to be at a table with other people actively participating in something. It's not just me doing a stream and talking for 2 hours, but like actively in a tabletop game and go for 37 minutes just monologuing. The content doesn't matter to me. Even if I was saying the most amazing speech that anyone had ever heard, that's selfish no matter what you're saying. That's wild. Super wild. And I am even more shocked that even though the DM said that they couldn't, like, find a way to interrupt him without making him mopey or whatever, at this point, why do you care about his feelings now? Like, you know, soften the blow afterwards and, like, do damage control if you want to. But this is something that 10 minutes in, I would have been like, dude, wrap it the fuck up. Like, I do this thing. I do this. I always have my camera on in session, and if I feel players are doing too much or like, you know, just kind of, the conversation has come to an end and they're just kind of, they don't know how to end it, I'll go, Or I will literally just come in and be like, is that it? Are you guys doing anything else that is of importance? And then they will get the hint and they'll move on. So that's the way that I would do it. And if I was at a table with a player who was like this, you bet your ass I would do that. If he's going to get mopey, I'm not someone who's going to be like, I have zero patience for this kind of thing. Because I just told you I used to be like this person. So I have the tendency to get overexcited and jump over other people's fun by accident. So I always treat someone charitably. But there's no ways I would let it slide. Like, I'm not going to let it go for 37 minutes. 10 minutes in, I think I would push. And I'd say, listen, this is super impressive. I love that you've done this. But we've already started late in the context of this story. And I really want to get moving with this fight. And I know everyone else does as well. Could we postpone this to another time? Could you maybe do this later? And then work out a deal with them. I don't think, like, I'm not going to be the kind of person who's like, I'd put my foot down and go, hey, shut the fuck up. Because, I mean, that's like bravado and chest puffing and whatever. I know lots of people who do that. I'm not that person. But what I would say is I would still stop it, though. Because it's like, why? Why? 37 minutes! Ah! Anyway, yes. So, that's my thoughts on it. The DM was not getting the hint that we, the players, were not interested in the super awesome, edgy, and sad backstory of a ghost. I've made that mistake also, by the way. I'll tell you a story about that in a second. Why did the DM not stop them? This is what I'm saying! There's a trick I often use if my character or an NPC, when DMing, goes on to any kind of rant. It's starting the rant somehow, and then narrating something along the lines of, the NPC continues ranting for several minutes if not stopped. Yes, absolutely I do that. If I can tell that my players are not going to interrupt me, I'm going to explain that they're going to keep going until you interrupt them. Yeah. Okay, but like, is it kind of on them for not interrupt? It is kind of on them for not interrupting, especially if it was an in-character monologue. I think it's shared. I don't like to, like, you know, fully play the blame game or whatever, but I do think it is shared. I think this person should probably have the wherewithal to understand that they're playing a group game, but also, like I said, there should be enough of a communication channel that they feel comfortable in opening up to this person and in going, can we move it along a little bit? Because I like this, but can we do it later? So I think there's kind of a shared responsibility here for the whole table. Like, the player doing the monologue for 37 minutes, at some point you got to realize. Like, I feel like at some point you got to realize. Like, even if you are, like, let's say neurodivergent, for example, and you don't pick up on these kind of cues that you're taking too long. Like, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I don't think it's, like, directly anyone's fault. I think it's definitely a shared responsibility. Hello, Alferg. Welcome. Oh no to the last part? Yeah, I wonder what that reason was for. Like, why they were kicked out? It is kind of on people to give feedback that, hey, that wasn't fun and it took several weeks for the GM. I assume only GM to speak with that player. That's also really a good point, and I'm glad you brought that up because I would have done that, like, in the moment. I mean, I like to think so. I don't really know in this context. I've never had it happen to me, so I wonder. But I like to think I would have, you know, nipped it in the bud. But yeah, taking weeks to actually do it, not cool. Would have, if anything, if it happened, if something happens and people didn't find it fun, immediately session ends. I'm going, what's going on? Let's talk. Let's you know, have a meeting about it. I'm not like blaming them because being worried about hurting other person's feelings is so valid. But at this point, you are hurting them and cultivating anxiety by not telling this to them. 1000%. That's a great point. At least after session or between this and the next session. Yeah, absolutely. That's such a great point. People already, as a baseline, all of us, everyone in the chat has this. I know you do. Don't try and hide. Everyone has this anxiety that we are a bother to people. It is a very, very common fear. Something that we have to work on, because being a bother to someone is not only something that is purely case by case and completely different for every person you'll meet ever in your whole life, right? Don't fight me on that. It's true. But also, it's something that you can't control and that you rely on other people's communications to know whether you are a bother or not. So having this anxiety about whether or not you are a bother is often aided by not only you coming to the self-awareness that you are okay and you are not a bother if other players tell you don't tell you that you're a bother. And then if they don't tell you, you're going to go on believing that you're not a bother. So tell people. Be honest. Not rude. Honest. You can still be kind and honest. So yeah, Arachizi, that's a great catch. I fully agree. We have a responsibility to communicate with other people if we have problems with them. A responsibility. If we are going to hang out with people and be in a shared space with them, I believe we have a duty to inform them how we feel. And that's it. It's absolutely true. Similarly, I'm also very concerned if other people will be a bother to me, so their fear is often justified. Yeah, but there you go. Like, always keep the line of communication open. So, that is a good point also. Raz, I'm going to tell you my story now. I've made a mistake. I think one of the most cringe and awkward mistakes I think I've made. And this is not going to sound so big to you, but maybe when I tell it, it will be. But I had a moment in the beginning of my current campaign. It's 3 years and counting now. Just about to reach our 3-year anniversary. In under a month, we're quite excited. And essentially, it was like episode 3 or 4. It was their first big fight. They were fighting with Mandalorians, a Mandalorian clan. And they were about to fight this big ship. And it was like, everyone was super excited. And the Mandalorian made a big speech that was really awesome. Like, you know, she was really riling up the clan and getting everyone ready for like this big battle. They were coming out of hiding just after a war they fought in. And everyone was all like, rah, rah, Mandalore. And she gave the speech in Mandalorian. And I read it out in Mandalorian. I translated it, and I read the whole speech in Mandalorian. It sounded great, but if you don't know a language, you're tuned out. You don't care, and no one did. And at the end of the session, I did paste what the text was in Nomike, but at the end of the session, I was like, I'm not going to do that again, guys. And they were like, okay, cool, thanks. There was no protest. They immediately knew what I was talking about, and they knew that it was like, they didn't vibe with it. Even in the moment, as soon as I finished the speech, one of the players, I mean, bless them, because they were acting in character, said, as soon as this character realizes that this person is speaking a language he doesn't understand, he's just going to flip his radio off. And I was like, okay. Like, I respect it, you know? It was incredibly cringe, and I should never have done it. I think it was cool. Like, I went to a lot of effort to do it, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know what I mean? That's my lesson from that. It wasn't 37 uninterrupted minutes. It was like maybe 2 or 3. But it was still a whole speech where they had to just listen to me say words. So yeah. I'd probably have tuned out in the middle of the speech, but honestly, slay. That's what she was talking about as well. Her content was, you know, like slay your enemies for Mandalore or whatever. Yeah. It was not my proudest moment, but I've learned from it, right? I've never done that again. Whenever I give a speech, I always, if someone's talking in a different language, I will always say it in English so everyone can understand. For one, I have lived the better part of a decade, I think, knowing very well how language interacts with people. Made up languages or not. Any language that you do not speak, if someone else speaks in a room, is automatically exclusionary. If they speak it, you walk in, and they don't switch to something that you both share, if you both do share a language. If you both share a language, I believe there's a social obligation to include everyone in the group with a shared language, no matter what it is. I hate that it's English, by the way. My first language is English. I'm very lucky that this is the language we speak all over the world, and this is the language we're communicating in. Very privileged. But it's still got to be a language we all speak. So as long as we live in this world where the biggest colonists, the biggest colonial power in the world gets to dictate what language we speak, we might as well use it, right? If we have no alternative. So that's my view on it. I will always make sure that everyone at the table is speaking the same language. If you switch over to another language because it's more comfortable for you, you translate immediately, if you can. And if someone else speaks the language, they help you. And that's fine. If you want to enter another language and you want to speak a little while, if it makes you more comfortable, if it's your L1, then that's great. If you feel like you can describe things more clearly like that, but then I will ask for a translation. I'm not going to just yeah. I love multiculturalism. I love diversity. I think it's awesome. Different languages, so sick. Love them. But it's so easy to tune out. Your brain, if you don't know anything about the language being spoken, your brain will just switch off. Like it's something you can't really help because you have no way of knowing what's being said. That's the real like the real problem there. So yeah. Redditors will literally write humorous horror stories instead of trying to communicate. Yeah. One of my players has no tolerance for evil monologues, makes playing some supervillain tropes kind of challenging. As soon as a villain opens their mouth to try and toss a line or two to, you know, establish some character, it's almost immediately don't care, attacking now. I have a player like that as well. I will name and shame him. His name is Duddles. Duddles is a tried and tested. He is a committed monologue interrupter. He has done so almost constantly. Recently, though, but I respect it. It's not something that I hold against him. But basically, he would interrupt all of my monologues when we were playing different Star Wars seasons. Now we've gotten to such a cool stage that I can actually tell him, please don't shoot this guy. I want to talk for a while. And Duddles will be like, okay, cool, got it. So we figured it out. But we used to have the funniest moments where I would wax on with a Sith. Sometimes I do it on purpose though. Bear in mind, sometimes I would monologue just because some people love the sound of their own voice, and I would just monologue. And he would go, yeah, I'm shooting him. And I will say like, you talk too much or whatever, and then I shoot him. So it, yeah, it was funny. I've had that as well. Goodness gracious. Okay. What a story. What a story. Right, we're going to move now to the main event of the evening, and it looks like after 6 votes, it looks like Cyberpunk, followed by Elder Scrolls, followed by Spire the City Must Fall. I'm going to go and find the Cyberpunk 2077 TTRPG PDF. It's from WordPress. I wonder if there is a Cyberpunk, the role-playing game of the dark future. Yeah. This is good. This is really cool. Wait a minute. Whoa. Is this a D6 system? Is this open D6? Wait a minute. This is really interesting. I'm going to have a look at it in a second. I don't know how we're going to create a character, though. Oh, my goodness. Vaguely not safe for work art in here. No nipples, so we're okay still, but we'll see. I don't know. I think like oh. Yeah, these are special abilities and stuff. I'm not sure exactly how this works. Let me see. Cyberpunk 2077 rulebook. Oh, Gangs of Night City, the board game. Oh, cool. No, I want the TTRPG. Oh, it was Cyberpunk Red, wasn't it? Was it Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit? Status available. Oh, I have to register for free with a random account. No, thank you. Oh. Ah, your role is your class. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Right, sorry guys. I'm just looking at this quickly. Thing is, I don't know, like... Ah, starting skills and stuff. Yeah. And here's a character sheet, too. Oh, cyberware? So cool. Interesting. Yeah, cyberware is like probably a big deal for this, huh? Yeah, so how do I like... Tales from the Street life path? Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. I think I get this. I think we can do this. Okay, awesome. Here we go. So, we're gonna start with, we're gonna start with this. I think red is TTRPG? Yeah. But there's a Cyberpunk 2020. Like, this is the Cyberpunk 2020. Cyberpunk red TTRPG PDF. I wonder if, yeah, this is something that I have to pay for. Yeah. Yeah, this is something I have to pay for. So, I think we have to, I think just... Okay, so here's... What do you guys think? Ash wanted us to do the Cyberpunk Red one. This is not Cyberpunk Red. So, do you want to wait until Cyberpunk Red? Or do you want to try the one that we have now, which is Cyberpunk 2020? What do you guys think? I'm going to put another poll in. No, because the one we currently have is Cyberpunk 2020 instead of red. Hell yeah. Nah, move on, chief. Okay. Right, tell me what you guys think. And if not, if you guys think we should move on, we're gonna go to Elder Scrolls. That'll be the next thing. Because I do have Elder Scrolls. I have the full PDFs for that. Okay. So far I have the 3rd edition. Yeah, the 3rd edition character sheet and stuff. We've got some really interesting stuff as well. Okay. Feel free to cast your vote, everyone. And in the meantime, I'm going to play some slightly different music. Oh, I wonder if this opens in Google Docs as a character sheet. A fillable character sheet. That would be sick. Ooh. Ooh, it does. Ooh, it does weird stuff. Okay, no. Open with. Open a new tab. If I can just have the PDF, like, fillable, that would be awesome. Can I download it? I like the, yeah, if I can download this, that'd be great. Oh my goodness, guys. It's 50-50. Please. Break the tie. I beg of you. Oh, I can. I can edit this. Okay, great. All right, cool. It's editable. Lovely. This is editable. Okay. And then I'll have... the player's handbook. Okay. Fleshing out a character, yeah. And this is core rules for 3rd edition. This is core mechanics, making tests, things like that, yeah. I'm gonna start with the player's handbook because they've made the player's handbook for me, so we're gonna do that. There are some really cool stuff you can do, like really cool like expansions. You can have for the Elder Scrolls stuff. You can have the Thume and stuff like that. Ooh, a tiebreaker tells us to go Cyberpunk. Ooh, very interesting. Okay. Alrighty. The voting apathy is strong in this chat. I know, right? No one wants to engage in democracy. Listen, globally we are seeing a lack of voter turnout, Raz. I don't know why this is shocking to either of us. I'll toss a coin, and if it's heads, I pick the top one. Heads. Okay, sick. Alright, cool. So we're doing Cyberpunk. We're doing 2020. Cool. And we'll do Elder Scrolls or Spire the city within whatever. What is it? The City Must Fall. We'll do it later. Okay, sick. Right. Cyberpunk. Let's do this. Wabba! Okay. So, got the chips and enhancement. Wait. Wait, I need water. Hydrate. Got the chips and enhancements. Got the attitude right. Got the metal beneath my skin. I'm chipping in. Oh, it's Johnny Silverhand. Cool. Right. The first thing I'll say about Cyberpunk is that the fact that it is at all inspired by Japanese so that it can look cool and neon and stuff is probably the biggest injustice to the Cyberpunk franchise ever. Cyberpunk should actually be modeled after Korea. If you are looking for a capitalist dystopia, look no further, my friends. There's a lot that Korea has going for it that's way more cyberpunk than anything else. Unfortunately, it's not as exciting as, like, you know, guns and cool cyber upgrades and car chases and, you know, you can look cool in the dystopia, you know. That's the plan. It's how to make the dystopia look appealing so that people don't throw up at the sight of it. So, let's make a cyberpunk character. This is the sheet as well. So I've got, like, I believe this is something you can, yeah, you can fill it in and stuff. You can even put a picture in there? Cool. Okay, here we go. I believe handle is my name. So we're going to figure that out later. But for now, yeah, slightly not safe for work art. So just be aware of that as you watch. And here we go. As a cyberpunk, you grab technology by the throat and hang on. You've got interface plugs in your wrists, weapons in your arms, lasers in your eyes, biochip programs in your brain. You become the car you drive, the gun you shoot. With cyborg fingers, you pick computer locks. With enhanced senses, you see into the future. Damn. The world of cyberpunk is a violent, dangerous place, filled with people who'd love to rip your arm... Oh, Sylv. Rip your arm off and eat it. The traditional concepts of good and evil are replaced by the values of expedience. You do what you have to do to survive. If you can do some good along the way, great. But don't count on it. Okay. Yeah, so obviously, Sylv, this is cyberpunk. So, you know, if you're watching, you should be aware of this, right? Okay, so before we do character creation, let's look at this. Number one, to achieve the essence of the 2000s, you need to master 3 concepts. Number one, style over substance. It doesn't matter how well you do something, as long as you look good doing it. If you're going to blow it, make sure you look like you planned it that way. Normally, clothes and looks don't matter in an adventure. In this world, having a leather armor jacket and mirror shades is a serious consideration. That's fantastic. Number 2, attitude is everything. It's truth. Think dangerous, be dangerous. Think weak, be weak. Remember, everyone in the 2000s is carrying lots of lethal hardware and high-tech enhancements. They won't be impressed by your new H&K smart gun unless you swagger into the club looking like you know how to use it and are just itching for an excuse. Never walk into a room when you can stride in. Never look at someone unless you can make it your best killer look. Use your best I'm bad and you aren't smile. Don't sit around the flat or cube waiting for the next job. Get on out and hit the clubs and hangouts. Make sure you're where the party starts. This is really cool. Number 3, live on the edge. The edge is that nebulous zone where risk takers and high riders go. On the edge, you'll risk your cash, your rep, even your life on something as vague as a principle or big score. As a cyberpunk, you want to be the action. Start the rebellion, light the fire, join great causes and fight for big issues. Never drive slow when you can drive fast. Throw yourself up against danger and take it head on. Never play it too safe. Stay committed to the edge. We all know how much we love to edge, so this is good. I was about to comment on it. We even have the arbitrary moderate voter represented in the form of Thomas. Okay. Roles. The core of cyberpunk role-playing. Okay, so this is, I think, is my class. The world of cyberpunk is a combination of savage, sophisticated, modern, and retrograde. Fashion model, beautiful techies, rub shoulders with battle-armored road warriors. All of them making the scene in the hottest dance clubs, sleaziest bars, and meanest streets this side of the post-Holocaust. They literally call it the post-Holocaust, guys. This is not a good place to live, all right? Each character in this world is playing a role, a face that person projects to the outside world as the real thing. There are 9 roles in Cyberpunk. Rocker boys, solos, netrunners, corporates, techies, cops, fixers, medias, and nomads. As a Cyberpunk player, you must select one role for your character. Okay, cool. So we need a role. I'm already thinking corporate, if I'm honest. Like, I think it'd be really fun. Special abilities are skills usable only by specific character roles. For example, Rocker Boys have the special ability of charismatic leadership, which represents the vast amount of power they have over their legions of fans. When using a special ability, you will add its value to the specific stat as if it were a skill. Cool. Rocker Boy special ability, charismatic leadership. This skill allows the rocker to sway crowds equal to his ability level squared times 200. Jesus. You get to sway crowds? That's cool as fuck. Solo special abilities, combat sense. Added to all initiative and awareness checks, this makes the solo the fastest reacting person in a situation. That's super cool. What about the Netrunner? Interface. This skill reflects the Netrunner's ability to manipulate interface programs and is the skill used when operating menu functions, such as locate remote, run software, control remote, LDL link, load, create, and delete. Other players can enter the net, but can't use the menu. Interesting. Techie special ability, Jury Rig. This general repair skill allows the techie to temporarily repair or alter anything for 1d6 turns per level of skill. Nice. MedTech special ability. This is the skill used to perform major surgery and medical repairs. And the Media special ability is Credibility. The ability to have people believe what you're saying while in your on-air persona. That's cool. I assume this is a rocker boy. Also, of course, remember that in the cyberpunk dystopia of the future, everything that we currently commodify humans for under global capitalism, cyberpunk does tenfold. So if you think it's really sexist that only the women that you will see in these art pictures, I don't know if they're going to be maybe more masculine figures in scantily clad clothing, or if they're going to look more badass. But remember, under global capitalism, women's bodies are commodified. And so in this PDF, I'm assuming we're going to see lots of that. So just be aware. The cop special abilities, Authority. The ability to intimidate or control others through your position as a lawman. Ha. You know how much I love to fantasize playing a police officer? The corporate special ability, Resources. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I want to be rich. This represents the corporate's ability to command corporation resources. It is used as a persuasion skill based on the scale of resources requested. The Fixer special ability, Street Deal. The ability to locate people, information, etc. This is a higher form of making a connection. Instead of knowing only one person, you have connections everywhere. In gameplay, a successful use of Street Deal allows you to locate and acquire a desired person, place, or thing. This is really cool. Nomad special abilities, Family. If you ain't got family, what do you got? This allows the Nomad to call in as many family members to aid him as his current family ability level times 2. That's really interesting. You get some allies. Nice. Okay. So we get to pick a cyberpunk. I'm going to start. I'm going to be very easy with this. I'm going with corporates. So we're going to yeah. So we're gonna head off to we're gonna head off to corporates. Okay. So my handle I'm gonna call it Jerome. Jerome Feller Rocker. Feller Rock. Like Rockerfeller, but backwards. And the role will be corporate. Awesome. Okay. So, we'll start with page 18, I believe it is. This is not it. That's a cop. Media. Oh my god. Oh, they look exactly like... They look exactly like you'd imagine. Genuinely. Sure, totally not because it's a man-written TTRPG from the late 80s. I mean, no, look, that too. I'm not saying that they were self-aware. I don't think that they were self-aware. But I am saying that, remember, Cyberpunk is an elevation of... Like, the Cyberpunk genre in itself is a commentary on capitalism for so many people. I genuinely do think it was intended like that. But I also think that it was because it was, you know, men writing these in the 80s, for sure. A rock and a nice fellow. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. Corporates, slick business raiders, and multi-millionaires. In the old days, they would have called you a yuppie. A hard-driven, fast-track MBA on his way up the corporate ladder. Sure, it's selling your soul to the company, but face it, corporations rule the cyberpunk world. They control governments, markets, nations, armies, you name it. And you know that whoever controls the corporations controls everything else. Right now, your life as a junior executive is anything but easy. There are guys underneath you who'd kill for a shot at your job. There are guys over you who'd kill to keep you out of their jobs. And they're not kidding about the killing. Every up-and-comer in the corporation has had his own crew of solos and netrunners to cover his pet projects. Sabotage, constantly. Bribery, routine. Blackmail, common. Promotion by assassination, always a possibility. The stakes are that high. One slip, you could be out on the street with the rest of the trash. Or dead. And the projects your supervisors give you, some are pretty straightforward. Design a new productivity schedule for the corporation's medical subsidiary. Some are pretty raw. Send a black operations team into the city to spread a designer plague so the marketing team can clean up selling the vaccine. Last week, you led a mixed team of solos, runners, and techies on a headhunting run to kidnap a researcher from a rival company. The week before, your project was to steal plans for a new suborbital shuttle from the Eurospace Agency so that the aerospace division could copy the design and sell it to the Soviets. You told yourself you joined the corporation to make it a better place. Work from the inside, you said. But now you're not so sure. Your ideals are a little tarnished, and things are getting pretty bleak. But you can't worry about ethics now. You got a report due in an hour, and it looks like that guy in sales is planning to ice your database for good. You're going to ice him first. So cool. Money. Yeah, I got money. New BMW Aerodyne, a penthouse flat in the corporate zone. All the money ain't worth frack. Play this game for power. The power to get things done, to make the big decisions, to affect things. You make a phone call, and the next thing you know, you're telling the president of some bush league urination that he better play it your way, or he's history. That's why you play. That's why I'm with the company. Oh, God. Okay, cool. I am a corporate. Sick. And, I believe, if I go all the way up to the top, I believe if I go down to roles, my corporate special ability is resources. Cool. And my rank, I assume is 1, because I'm level 1, I guess? I don't know. Yo, humanity as well. Okay. Alright, so let me I think this might have... It does not have bookmarks. Wow. Feels bad. Ah, please load. Good lord. Ah, yes, the Soviets of 2020. Yeah, people still believe that they'd be around. It's pretty wild. Okay, so from here, I'm going off to... I'm going off to Getting Cyberpunk, so page 25. And this will be character points and statistics and stuff. Nomads look pretty cool, too. Okay. Roles, characters, life path, task and skills, weapons, armor, gear, cyber, combat, medical, net running. Okay, I guess this is my planning. Getting Cyberpunk. Yeah, I need to go back to the top here. I need the... There we go. Headwear is the hardware. The frame which allows the character to interface with the rules. Remember, the disc is not the software, and dice rolls are not your character. Don't get too caught up in the statistics. Great idea, great advice, really cool. The game came out 3 years too early. To be fair, there's a reference to a Soviet spaceship in one of the very first episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation. Really? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Character points are the cash of character creation. You use them to buy the various mechanics aspects of the character, like good looks, a strong hard body, unshakable cool, and street smarts, but not skills. We've given you 3 ways to generate character points. Random. Roll 9d10 and total them. You have this many character points. Or roll 1d10 for each stat, re-rolling any scores of 2 or less, and place rolls in each stat as desired. Ooh. Or cinematic. This option is for referees only. I think referees is the GM. As the designer of the adventure, the referee has the option of choosing the number of points for each character. Yo! Based on his or her position in the game? Wait. Why would... Whoa! Yeah. I don't... I don't like this. I don't like this. I would never nerf people like this. Never, ever, ever, ever. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So here's what we're gonna do. Are we going fast, or I think random is gonna take too long. So let's go fast. We're gonna go fast. We're gonna roll 1d10 for each stat, 9 in all, and we're gonna re-roll any scores of 2 or less. Roll 1d10. Okay. So we're gonna start here, and we're gonna add. We're gonna add them. So here's the first one. We're gonna roll 7. Great start. 7. Okay. Next one. 9. Oh my god. Phenomenal. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious me. These are such cool stats. Holy shit! Okay. Okay. How many of them? 9 stats. Okay, so I've got 4 so far. 5 left. Come on, give me some low numbers, dude. Okay, a 4. Okay. Something that's like below average. I assume 5 is like the average, but we'll have to see. A 5. Okay, fine. We're getting a little bit more of a spread. That's 6. We've got 3 left. Okay, reroll 2s. They told us to. 7. Okay, nice. 2 left. 8. Jesus. Oh god. And then 1 left. A 3. Oh, okay, cool. I get a dump stat. All right, I like having a dump stat. So 799, 845, 783. Sick. Okay. Yeah, 2s get re-rolled. Listen, I'm happy. Re-rolling any scores of 2 or less. I'm fine with that. I'm totally okay with that. Player characters get to be stronger than the average person. I'm fine with that. Maximize good looks, dumb everything else. That's what I have a plan. That's my plan, yeah. MJ over there hacked Google. Oh, MJ likes to spread them, confirmed. I like a good spread. Yeah, I like a good spread. Roll for each stat in order. Oh, no, I'm not a masochist. I'm gonna put things as I like them. Yeah. Okay. So, statistics. Yeah, each Cyberpunk character has 9 statistics. Values representing the level of native ability of the character in specific areas of activity. These stats are rated from 2 to 10, with 2 being the worst possible. You don't get 1s. Interesting. 10 being the best possible, and the average falling at about 5 or 6. Divide your total number of character points between each of your 9 stats, adjusting the amounts in each one as you think best describes your character's natural abilities. No statistic may be less than 2 or greater than 10. Okay. Right. Intelligence. Problem-solving ability. Figuring out problems, noticing things. Okay. Almost every character will need a high intelligence, with netrunners and corporates requiring the highest of all. I like that they give me this. I'm gonna give myself a 9. One of my 9s is gonna be put on intelligence. Okay. Reflexes. This is a combined index covering not only your basic dexterity, but also how your level of physical coordination will affect feats of driving, piloting, fighting, and athletics. Characters who intend to engage in a great deal of combat, such as solos, nomads, or rocker boys, should always invest in the highest possible reflex. I'm not going to go really high reflexes. Cool. Okay, cool. This index measures how well the character stands up to stress, fear, pressure, physical pain, and or torture. In determining your willingness to fight on despite wounds, or your fighting ability under fire, cool is essential. Oh, it's not like cool. It's like keep your cool. Okay. It's also the measure of how together your character is and how tough he appears to others. Okay. I feel like a high cool could be pretty good. Yeah. Technical ability. This is an index of how well you relate to hardware and other technically oriented things. In Cyberpunk, the ability to use and repair technology is of paramount importance. Tech will be the stat used when fixing, repairing, and attempting to use unfamiliar tech. All characters should have a decent tech stat. Techies should always opt for the highest possible score. Okay. Luck. Oh. Luck. This is the intangible something that throws the balance of events into your favor. Your luck represents how many points you may use each game to influence the outcome of a critical event. To use luck, you may add any or all of the points of luck a character has to a critical die roll, declaring your intention to use luck before the roll is made until all of your luck stat is used up. Luck is always restored at the end of each game section. I would love to put all 9 on luck. Yeah, so my second 9 is going into luck. Fully. I love that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. Reflexes are super important. Oh, really? Okay, then I'll keep that in mind. Attractiveness. Oh, it's not enough to be good. You have to look good while you're doing it. Oh, okay. Movement allowance. How fast your character can run. Interesting. You also... Leaping is divide by 4. And multiply by 3. Ah, okay. So I'm thinking it's got to be like dividing by 4... is, yeah, so like if it's an 8 it's gonna be 2. Okay. Empathy, how well you relate to other living things, a measure of charisma. The ability to be human can no longer be taken for granted. Empathy is critical, oh my god, please, when leading, convincing, seducing, or perceiving emotional undercurrents. I think empathy might be pretty important. Ooh, and then we have body type. Body type determines how much damage you can take in wounds. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Then save number. Where's my save number? Or is that not... Oh, value equal to your body type. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Body type modifier. Okay. Fast and dirty expendables. It's designed to give you a lot of flexibility. I can see this. Wait. Dudes, this is confusing, guys. Can we... Oi. Is that it? They didn't tell me where willpower was. Like, there was no will here. It's very confusing that they'll just have a sheet in the middle of things. Okay. This is a little bit wild, yeah. So, I guess I'm gonna... Yeah, I guess I'm gonna put these myself. So, 9 and 9. That's on luck. Then I'm thinking... I don't know what EMP is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, EMP doesn't really work. Yeah. So, I'm gonna move myself here. And we're gonna go for... My 8. My next big thing, I think, is going to be... Oh, empathy. Sorry, emp is empathy. That's very important. Wait, so why are there 10 here? Why is ref and dex its own thing? I thought ref was dex, because that's 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I'm going to put ref and dex at the same. So, Thomas, you say that reflexes are important. I'll put one of my 7s in there. So we'll go 7 for reflexes. I'll put 8 in empathy. Then Interesting, they don't have, they don't have attractiveness. Ah, this is a different edition. Okay. This is a different edition. Interesting. I think this is for Cyberpunk Red. Yeah, this is a Cyberpunk Red sheet. That's why. That's why. Oh well. Okay. Well, it's fine. I'll just keep looking at things. I don't think I actually have a Cyberpunk 2020 sheet. Cyberpunk 2020 character sheet, maybe? Character sheet. Interactive PDF. This is for Cyberpunk 2020. Okay, let's see. Ugh. Google Drive link to the sheet. Yeah, that'd be much better. Ooh. Skull, face, neck, interref, tech, cool. Okay, so they have all this stuff, but it's... I have to download it first. Okay, hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh! You don't know, Thomas! You were spewing shit. Don't trust me. OMG, he's not reading this. I sabotaged it. Yes, I have a Cyberpunk Red sheet. Now I have a 2020 sheet. So, now that I've downloaded it, we're gonna open it up properly. And we're gonna see if it can be altered in any way. Yes, it can. Okay. Okay, cool. Right. Let's put our stuff in here. So, gonna go here. Put some stuff here. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. Oh god, I need notes somewhere, please. It's fine. I'll put them here for now. Okay, cool. Alright, so 9 in intelligence. Oh, 90. 9 in intelligence. Then 9 in luck. I was gonna put 8 in attractiveness. Yeah, 8 in attractiveness. Fully. Then 7 in empathy. I'm gonna go 7 out of 7. Then, movement allowance. We have other 8s. We have other 8s. So maybe I'll put 8 in... Maybe I'll put 8 in empathy. I also like being a big dude. So maybe like a 7 can go into body. What is the threshold for body? Oh, that's the top. I would rather have a 5 to 7 then. So I'll put 5 in body then. So just fully average, because I've got a 5 there. I've got both my 8s and no 7s yet. So I've got another 7 that needs to go somewhere. We're going to go into... Cool, maybe? 7 in a cool, yeah? And then we have 4 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? 2, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, weird. I should have 3 left. Oh, I have another 7. I have another 7. Okay. Then I think 7 is going to go into... Yeah, 7 is going to go into tech. And then my reflexes will be 4. And my movement ability will be 3. I'm not very good at fighting, but damn if I'm not good at making it look good. You know? That's my... Yeah. And it's going to be Jerome Rocker. Cool. And he is a corp. I don't know how many character points I have. Oh, it doesn't matter right now, because I spent them all. So that's fine. Age, let's make him 53. He's a big old guy. Alright, then we got run. So let's have a look at how they work out the body stuff. Yeah. Multiply your MA by 3, so 3, 6, 9 run. And then leap is divided by 4, which is like almost 1. We'll go like 0.8 or whatever. And then carry and lift is down here. You may carry up to 10 times your body type in kilograms. So 50. 50 carry. And I can deadlift 40 times. Jesus! 40 times 5. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 200 kilograms? What? Holy shit. 8 in attractiveness. Fully for real, for real. Oh, God. I know what I'm talking about. Cool is very cool. I do not, in fact, know what I'm talking about. We are indeed Riz-maxing this character. We are Riz-maxing to the max. So, these are my armor. This is my armor. My save number. Equal to my body type. So, my save number is 5. And my BTM, my body type modifier. I am average, so my body type modifier is -2. Okay, cool. And these are my stuns and my mortal wounds and stuff. Jesus, that's a lot of ticks to... Yo, okay. Interesting. Okay. Cool. So what do we do here? Generate stats? Yeah, ooh woo. Okay. Okay. So I believe that... I'm not going to fill out all of this. But I believe that all of my skills end up being one of these. Like, they get the modifier. So I saw that the way Cyberpunk Red did it. So, like, all of the attractive skills will just get a +8 to this constantly. I think. Oh, excuse me. I think they will. Deadlifting 200 kilograms a lot, but it's not like crazy. The world record is 501. Okay, yeah, but I have an average body type for Cyberpunk. So if the average, I'm average, I don't think I could lift 200 kilograms. Like, that's wild. Okay. So now, we'll go to Origins. What do you look like? In Cyberpunk, what you look like is what you are. Fashion is action, and style is everything. Roll a d10 3 times to decide what your style is. Clothes, hairstyle, and affectations. Okay, everyone. Here we go. We are deciding... what my corporate man... Little bit muscular, very cool... Very attractive, very lucky, and very intelligent. In other words, myself insert. We're going to roll to see what kind of clothes he will be wearing. So we're gonna roll a d10. That was a 10, but we're gonna just roll randomly. I was gonna interrupt it either way. Here we go. It's a 7. Oh, it would have been a bag lady chic. A 7 is camos. I'm wearing camouflage. That is so incredibly cool guy corporate. That's unbelievable. Okay. Camo clothes. Phenomenal. Right, let's look at my hairstyle. Another D10. 9. Short curly. Short, curly. My God, it really is me. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Okay, all right, and then, oh no, I need music that's different from this. Hold on. Let's go to this one. Yeah. All right, and then affectations. Another D10. A 2. Mirror shades! Yes! That's exactly what I wanted! Oh, mirror shades. Oh, that's so good. So good. All right, we have mirror shades. Fantastic. Not 9, shaking my head. Corporate camo chic. 9 came a bit late. Wait, what was... You wanted me to be nude! Yeah, you want nude. Nude with, like, short curly hair and spiked heeled boots as a corporate. I just walk around naked. Alright. Ethnic origins. Something tells me that this is going to be... Something tells me this is going to be a little bit dated, alright? Just a little bit. So, I don't know if we're going to read through all of these, but let's see. Just roll a Yeah, your native language, you speak it at a +8. You got to choose your ethnic language, and you automatically know street slang, a universal polyglot of English, French, German, Japanese, and half a dozen other languages. Okay, cool. Oh, goodness. Okay. This is going to be very interesting. So... Okay. Something tells me this is going to be very, very dated. All right, we roll a d10. A 4. Central European / Soviet, Bulgarian, Russian, Czech, Polish, Ukrainian, Slovak. You know if the Soviets are here. You know who I am. Let's freaking go. Okay, so my language will be Russian. Yeah, my language will be Russian. And street slang, obviously. Oh, goodness. I noticed here that being Black American, you could be English or Black folk, which is, I'm not sure. I don't know, like, I've never heard it used before. I'm pretty sure it's a dated term. I'm not gonna lie. But actually, that's the only other one. Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Bantu is a little bit general. Like, it's a bit of a generalization, but it's fine. What are you gonna do? Family background. Oh, I love that you can roll this stuff. By the way, me not being able to choose, because this would take me hours, instead we're just rolling for stuff. I love it. I love it. This is great. Okay. Who are you and where did you come from? Everybody on the street has a story and a past they're trying to live with. What's yours? Family ranking. Here we go. 5. Pirate fleet. Yo! Family ranking. A pirate fleet. Holy shit. Okay. My parents... Oh, I love that they have this table like this. This is so helpful if I didn't have any options. Something has happened. Something's happened to one or both parents. Go to something happened to your parents. Okay. D10 again. A 4. Your parents have amnesia and don't remember you? Oh my god! Parents have amnesia and don't remember me. Okay, cool. Okay. Wait, did I say remember? Parents have amnesia and don't remember. Okay, go to family status. All right, so family status, are we in danger or are we okay? Okay, let's see. Oh! Oh! Okay, we're okay. We're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Family status, okay. All right, we're okay, we're okay. Go to childhood environment. All right, your childhood was... 2. Spent in a safe corporate suburbia. Ah, just as the founding fathers intended. Childhood environment. Corporate suburbia. Very good. Very, very good. Go to siblings. All right, my siblings here. Ah, this is family tragedy if we are in tragedy. Okay, cool. So siblings. You may have up to 7 brothers or sisters. Oh my god. Okay, so roll 1d10. 1 to 7 is equal to the number of siblings you have. On an 8-10, you're an only child. Ooh, okay. Okay, cool. Honestly, my character is giving me only child vibes. Yes, absolutely. The narrative is telling itself, guys. The narrative is telling itself. That's phenomenal. Yeah, I'm a corporate commie, Raz. What do you mean? That's exactly what communism is. Communism is when people do more corporate stuff. When there's so much private ownership that everyone is their own private owner, that's the most communism. That's like the most communism you can have. Tovarish fella rocker. Duh. Yeah, no memory of me, no problems. Yeah, see? Awesome. Okay, so I have no siblings. All right. Yeah, for each sibling, blah, 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 blah. Go to motivations. Okay. What makes you tick? Oh my god, this is sick. That's sick art. Okay, will you back up your friends or go for the main chance? What's important to you? I need you guys to understand, genuinely, I feel so good about these tables. These tables are so cool. I wish that more RPGs had this. I know that RPGs, there are so many RPGs that really want to be there like, you can be whoever you want. I like options, okay? Especially if it's a new world, I want to know what kind of options there are. If I alter things later, that's great. I want these tables. I love them. They're so cool. They really help me think of a character. All right, personality traits. Choose or roll one. Here we go. Oh, big old 10. Friendly and outgoing. Let's go. Okay, so where's my... Yeah, personality traits? Is this traits? Yeah, part of motivations, yeah. I have no siblings. So it's going to be 0 and 0. Okay. Motivations. Traits, friendly and outgoing. Sick. Person you value most. Okay. A 1. A parent. Ooh. Okay, let's go with... we'll just say parent for now. Okay, sick. And what do you value most? Okay, another D10. 8. Power. Oh, baby. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. All right, how do you feel about most people? Hold on. Okay. A 5. People are tools. Oh, it's making itself. You see what I mean? Sometimes it just... You can already make the character in your head. People are tools. Let's go. People are tools. Use and discard. Hell yeah. And my valued possession? Ooh. Okay. Like a watch or something, maybe? A book or diary. Ooh. Let's go diary. Yeah. Okay. Go to life events. Okay. You know where you came from and what you look like. Now let's take a look at the major events that made you what you are. Oh, you get to roll for your age. Ooh. Oh, you get to pick any age 16 or greater. Okay. For each year of your character's life past age 16, roll 1d10, check the chart below, and go to that section of the life path. Holy shit. What happens there is the major event that shaped your character's life for that year. And then you roll the next year's main event. Guys, this is phenomenal. This is really cool. Like, really, really cool. I love how siblings are just numbers of brothers. Yeah, you don't really care about them. Yeah, this is going to be a while. If I'm 53, yeah, so I'm gonna go with 16, and we're going to plus 2d6, and we're going to see. So, yeah, let's take that away. We'll roll 2d6. Here we go. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm 19. I'm not 53, I'm 19. Okay. So we have 3 life events. Okay. Each year past age 16. So this is 17, 18, and 19. So 17, 18, 19. Okay. We're going to roll a d10 for each one. So this first one, a 9. Nothing happened that year. Wow. Okay, cool. Second year, a 4. Friends and enemies. Okay, so nothing happened. Okay. Friends and enemies. And then the next one is another friends and enemies. Ooh. Okay. Friends and enemies. And another friends and enemies. Okay. Okay, cool. Big problems, big wins. Friends and enemies. Okay. Living on the edge means you don't do things halfway. Your friends are tight and your enemies ruthless. If you're here, it's because your social life took a major turn. For the worse, this year. Roll 1d10. On a 1 to 5, you make a friend. On a 6 to 10, you make an enemy. Oh, I made an enemy. You've gotten in someone's face. Oh. Enemies are a way of life in Cyberpunk, so don't skip this step. For each enemy, choose or roll sex on 1d10. Listen, at least they're calling it sex and not gender, alright? I just went a whole different direction with it. It's kind of like Traveler. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, that was a massive de-aging. I am a young Soviet. Yes. Okay, so 1d10. All right, it's a dude. I've made an enemy, and he's a dude. Okay, this enemy is roll for the thingy. Okay. Oh, a 10. Oh shit! It's a government official. Oh no. Okay. Enemy, male, government official. Okay. The cause. This enmity started when one of you, guys, this is so cool, accused the other of cowardice or some other personal flaw. Cowardice accusation. Oh my god. Okay. Who's fracked off? Choose or roll one. Okay. 5. You hate them. I hate them. Okay. And then what you gonna do about it? If we met face to face? Guys, this is fucking awesome. 5. Backstab him indirectly. Okay. Backstab. Sick. Okay. And then, what can he throw against you? Oh, just himself. Oh, cool. Just himself. Okay. This is wild. Like, I don't have enough space for this. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here. Okay. Accused me of cowardice. I hate him. Okay. Then we're gonna keep going from here. Instead of there. Okay. So the next thing is gonna be I'll backstab indirectly if we meet. He only has himself. Awesome. Good for me. And then go back to life events and roll the next year. Okay, cool. Who is this person? Move over to personal style and motivations and make a few rolls to find out what your friend and enemy is like. No, I'm good. It'll be fine. All right, and then more friends and enemies. So we made another person. Okay, so we've made another friend or enemy at age 19. Really going up in the world, huh? That's a 1. Did we... Wait. Oh, we made a friend. Okay. You lucked out. For each new friend. Okay, so 1d10. Okay, another dude. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wait. Oh, I thought it was 1 to 5. Okay, it was even. It's odd female. Okay, so this is a lady. Okay. So friend. Female. All right, and then what? We're gonna just do this. A 1. Like a big brother sister to you. Okay, sick. Like a sister to me. Cool. Okay. Cool. Oh, the enemy's a lady as well. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Female. All right, government official. I hate her. She only has herself. Okay. Listen, I'm pissing off the women, and I'm not gonna lie, based on how my character looks and is, I kind of get it. I do kind of get it. Okay. Yeah. Listen, Arachizi, don't forget, I'm also thinking about this in my head of like how dated the language is, obviously. And I did make notice that they're actually not above using singular they them when they like are when they need to, you know? So I don't know why this is just, oh goodness. All right. Either way, yeah, no romantic involvement, anything like that. And then that's it. Now we can keep going. Cool. Skill checks. Okay. So this is how to do skill checks. I don't want to go with this. This is fine. Starting skills, career skill packages, and pickup skills. Okay, cool. So this is my starting skills, I think. This is gonna take a while. So The career skill package is a group of skills that are known by your character as part of the career. They're basics. A starting character receives 40 points to distribute among his 10 career skills. Okay. Okay, so I have to go to the career skills. Okay, so these are my career skills, and I get 40 points to distribute among my skills. Okay. Cool. These skills are unique to the class, reflect abilities and resources. Examples of the authority of cops, charismatic leadership, etc. Okay. The number of points you put into your special ability reflects your position in your chosen field and the development of your unique career skill. Because of this, your special ability determines how much money you have to start with. Ah, ooh, I wonder as a corporate if I get a lot of that. That's cool. Oh, it's done there. That's sick. Okay, so what is my, oh, these are the special abilities. I have resources, I think is mine. Okay, so I get 40 points, and I get to put them into these skills as a corporate over here. So resources is my proper one. Awareness, notice, human perception, education, library search, social persuasion, stock market, wardrobe and style, personal grooming. Okay. Obviously, wardrobe and style and personal grooming are getting, 2 points at the very least. Okay. Resources is getting 2. You know what? I got 40 points. So I think I'm just going to go for like 2 in everything. Awareness, notice, which is going to be over here. Human perception, education, and library search. Human perception, education, and library search. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then social persuasion, stock market. Social persuasion. I think this might be intelligence. Yeah, stock market. Okay, and then wardrobe and style, personal grooming. Okay, and resources. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, cool. Now I get to place more. So if I make everything 4, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start with an average of everything. We're gonna go 4 for everything. I don't know what this does, but I'm not gonna play the game. So we're just gonna go 4 for everything and be an all-rounder. Cool. Great, because I like all of these. I think all of these are pretty valuable. Cool. Here we go. Oh, the master skill list. Nice. Okay. Oh, wait. This is... Oh, and these are career skills. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Pickup skills are the things that you learn along the course of, like, moving around. They may not be used to... characters, they add their ref and int stats, and you can't increase your character's career skills with these. Okay. Ref and int, so that's 4 plus 9. Whoa, 13. Okay. I'm gonna put... Ooh. Let's make my seduction skill 4. I've got 13, right? We're gonna put... Gamble at a 4. That seems fun. And then I'm gonna put let's put driving at a 4. That'll be 12. And then I can have 5. I will put seduction at a 5. It's my best skill. Oh, that's fun, dudes. You angered one and befriended another. It's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. No, you're right. Okay. Right, skill descriptions. I don't care. That's a lot of skills. Holy shit. Okay. Pickup skills, learning new skills, IP multipliers. I don't care about this stuff. That's fine. The last thing I'm going to do for today is starting funds. I'm not going to get my equipment. It'll be fine. We're just going to do how much money I have. So that's going to be 57, is I believe. And PDF probably 58. So, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, 55, 56, 57. Okay, cool. Funds. Starting funds. Okay, how good a job you currently have is based on the level of your special ability. Ah, okay. So if you are a corporate and you have a 1 to 5, I am an assistant and I make 1,500 a month. You make a monthly salary. Ooh, okay. See, now I get to change my skills around, because now that I know this, I can put up resources quite a lot and be all the way up to a division head who makes 12,000 a month. That's quite cool. Oh, there we go. You can see it there. 12,000 a month. Yeah, I think it's, now that I know these sorts of things, it's cool. And also it's interesting because I think only a med tech makes more than me. The rocker and solo make as much, but yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Yeah, this is sick. Okay, I like it a lot. Yeah. And that's it. I mean, I've got a lot of other stuff to do, like weapons and gear and some cybernetics as well, of course. But I think this is a pretty good start, and it only took me like over an hour to start thinking about who I'm going to do. I'll tell you why. Because the tables were there. Those tables are so helpful. So helpful. So yeah, everyone say hi to Jerome Rocker. He's 19. He's a corporate Soviet. He speaks Russian and street slang. He's got a pretty jack-of-all-trades list of skills. He wears strictly camos, short curly hair, mirror shades, and he belonged to a pirate fleet when he was younger. But it's okay, because his parents don't remember him. He also pissed off a lady, and then made friends with another lady. So that's Jerome. I would love to play this. This sounds like so much fun. I have too many tabletops that I want to play for the amount of time that I have. This is why I did this. This is why we do create characters. All right, say goodbye to Jerome. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do a little save here, and that'll be us for now. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? What's the vibe? What do you guys take from this system? Personally, I haven't really read too much about the way the system works and how skill checks work, but so far, I wish that more RPGs did some of the things that this system is doing, specifically like helping you. The guiding tables are really helpful. I know that, like I said before, I know that lots of systems want to be like unique and be like, you can do anything, there's no restriction. Having tables is not a restriction. It's a guide. And I want systems with more guides. So that was definitely a highlight for me. Throughout this character creation, creating a backstory with tables was a really cool highlight. I really enjoyed making a character like that. It really helps when I need one in a pinch. But if I wanted to really think about it, I could have chosen from the tables or just used the wording in that table to make my own ideas as well, which I'm perfectly capable of doing. But I work really well with a guide. So yeah, that's my takeaway from this. That's my favorite thing. I really enjoy the world of Cyberpunk. I think I would enjoy the game, like Cyberpunk 2077. I've been told by everyone around me who's played the game that I would enjoy the game. So there is that, which is cool. But I don't really, I've never gotten around to it. I don't even know if did I buy it once on sale maybe? And it was, hang on. Let's look at C. Oh no, that was, that was Disco Elysium. No, I do not have Cyberpunk 2077. But yeah, I think I would really enjoy the Cyberpunk vibe. Especially playing like a corporate entity kind of thing. I want to enjoy that kind of side of the world, but I think if I were really being serious about it, I would love to play a character who wants to take things down. I'm really interested in like playing someone who is more like me, who is more like of a revolutionary mindset, set in a world where everything is so desperate that the systems can't cover up how shitty things are. Whereas right now, obviously, someone like me, still quite high up on a social food chain, I am still enjoying a lot of the comforts that are afforded to me by my privileged position in society. So my idealism and my ideology is is in contrast with my social experience, is what I mean. But in Cyberpunk, all of those things, I imagine, kind of disappear, because Cyberpunk kind of just, it takes the class war and just makes it the only war that is important, you know? So yeah. I'm really interested in a world like that, really. I'm not a class reductionist, of course. And I think that people who are maybe a little bit unproductive in and need to maybe develop a little bit of ideology around intersectionalism, and realizing that class and sort of different parts of identity do intersect in very real and material ways. But in Cyberpunk, I think that matters a little bit less, because everyone kind of can augment themselves through, you know, attachments and stuff like that. It's a very interesting world that I would really like to, you know, take part in and be a player in a system like that. I think it'd be really awesome, you know. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys thought about it. While you kind of give me your thoughts, we can just kind of chill for a second, and then we'll leave. Very, very nice. Okay. Cyber sure be punking, yeah. What stops me? What stops me from what? From playing Cyberpunk 2077 or from being a player in the tabletop? If it's playing the game, it's usually money, because it's not a cheap game. If it's being part of the tabletop, it's... Let me put it this way. This is probably the reason why I'm not... Well, I mean, there are lots of reasons why I'm not in tabletops right now. The first and foremost reason is that my life is not in a position to commit to one. That's as simple as that. So the most... the easiest reason is that I'm not ready to commit to a full campaign yet. The second reason is that I am already GMing a campaign, and I don't feel like I have the energy. I could be a player in another campaign, I think, but I don't know if I have the energy right now to really commit fully to that, so I'm happy to give all my energy to my Star Wars campaign. Number 3, I like to give my all, related to reason number 2, which means that I'm already giving almost all of my energy and commitment to a world to my Star Wars campaign, and on top of that, I'm also thinking of my own book world. To add another world into my brain to try and think about is, like, on a more focused and primary focused basis, would be a little busy for me. I think it would overwhelm me a little bit, because I do put a lot of investment into these things. I know myself in this matter. So I think I would have to either stop the Star Wars campaign or be in a... I think I would consider it more if I were in a more stable position. If I had a house, if I had a place to live in more comfortably than the place I'm currently living in, which is temporary. If I found a place to live for the next foreseeable future and I was in a comfortable state, I would think to join a campaign as a player, yeah. And I would probably join Cyberpunk. However, on my list of worlds that I would want to get involved in, Cyberpunk is not at the top. At the top is my book world. Right under that is Star Wars. And then maybe under that is, like, tied with, you know, Elder Scrolls, Cyberpunk, Mass Effect, all sorts of things like that. So it's not something that I'm necessarily going, oh, I want to be in this thing right now. It's like, if it came up, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But it's not something that I lose sleep over. It's just something that I feel like I would really enjoy. Yeah. Again, I'm yapping about it, but I hope that you understand my full point, which I wanted to communicate. You should really play Disco Elysium. I've been told it's really good. I really have. Like, politically, I read some Steam reviews and someone said playing the Disco Elysium experience is not knowing whether it's a commentary for or against communism, which I think is very interesting. So yeah, that's yeah, very, very cool. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. This was a lot of fun, and I think we will end it there. It is right on the hour, right midnight for me. I'd like to thank you all so much for taking part and for engaging with me here in this moment. Thank you for having such a good time. I hope you did have a good time with me. Thanks for spending time with me is what I meant to say, and for making me a part of your day. No matter how you've arrived here, no matter how you feel about things, I hope you now go forth and have a great day. And if you don't, That's okay. They can't all be good days. Raz, good luck with your Gantt chart. I hope it goes okay. Thomas, I might be back on Spotify before I go to bed, so you can come and say hi. I'll also be hanging in Discord for a little while if you want to come and hang out with me before I go to bed. But for now, I will say goodbye to stream. So, no matter how you're engaging with this content, thank you for being here. Drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, be kinder to yourself than you're currently being, and I'll see you next week for the last 2 streams of 2024. Take care.